All right, moving along to our second award of the evening. It's called the Advanced Primary Care Practice Award, and it's presented to an organization that's really an extraordinary primary care practice. This practice serves as a model for transformation through innovation, as reflected in the shared principles of primary care, including patient and family-centered, team-based care, and high value. So please join me in welcoming Samuel Stolpe of Johnson & Johnson to introduce tonight's honoree. I got it pretty close.
All right, I'm going to do this without notes. I know it's dangerous, but you guys seem like a terrific group. And I like to start just by telling you a very brief story. As was mentioned, I'm with Johnson & Johnson, which, if you haven't heard of us, it's a boutique coffee shop in New Brunswick that with a very deep commitment to primary care. I'm so delighted to be a part of this evening's celebration of exceptional primary care. And I know that there's a lot of challenges within this area, and thank you all for the commitment that you have to trying to solve those problems, especially as we're leaning into a more value-based care world. So when I spoke with Anne about potentially a sponsorship opportunity, she told me, I've got just the thing for you. And she couldn't have been more right. She really just lined up something for us that really aligns with the things that I care about very deeply, and that really aligns with what we're trying to accomplish at Johnson & Johnson. And I hope you'll forgive a brief indulgence. The most lovely and talented person of my acquaintance is with me this evening, and it's my wife, Nana. She and I have 15-year-old twins. And they have one hobby in common, and I think you probably know what it is. It's mutual resentment. So they're 15 years old, constantly fighting. We've watched them kind of go through a really challenging period of their life as they're emerging into adolescence in Fairfax County. And we watched our daughter really struggle, and especially with mental and behavioral health. And I don't think you'll be surprised at where this story is ending. As we sought to find relief from her, we turned to tertiary care initially, and to some secondary specialists, and they all got it wrong. Where do you think she finally got something that genuinely helped her? Yeah, shocker. Right. I think you all know why that story is true, and how impactful primary care can really be in the lives of people one by one individually. And that's why I was absolutely delighted to see Palm Beach Pediatrics rise to the top here. They've really figured this out. So thank you for the 40 years of work that you've done in establishing these 3 clinics that are serving 20,000 patients per year. I won't recite the entirety of what's in your pamphlets about this exceptional practice. They're truly deserving of this award, especially for the commitment that they've had to figuring this out. How do we serve a particularly vulnerable population that's going through one of the hardest times of their lives? And we've watched this happen and unfold right in front of our eyes as this rising generation especially has struggled so deeply with mental and behavioral health. And figuring out how to incorporate that at the very point where we can meet them in their communities is the biggest challenge that we can face for this population. And just thank you so much, especially to Shannon Fox-Levine, Dr. Levine, Fox-Levine, thank you so much for all the hard work. I'm delighted to be able to present you for this award. Please come up and accept.
Wow, this is amazing. And when we were first notified of this award, we were all kind of shocked in our practice because, well, this is just what we do, right? Like 40 years, this practice was founded on comprehensive care. Comprehensive care, that means the whole child, the whole adolescent. We're not breaking apart mental health, physical health, this health, that health. We just take care of the child. we take care of the families. This is what we do. So this is such an honor tonight to actually be recognized for what we do. And I'm here on behalf of our practice, Palm Beach Pediatrics, to say thank you to everyone for recognizing how important this care that we give to the people in Palm Beach County in particular, but honestly nationally, other pediatricians as well, to these families who are in such need right now for that comprehensive care. 40 years ago, our founding partner started the practice with that interest in mental health, and we've continued to build on that. So we don't shy away from those difficult conversations, and we didn't even well before the pandemic. We also have worked very hard to do whatever we could to integrate the resources that we have to help us take care of this component of the comprehensive care. So on behalf of my practice tonight, I'm here to say thank you and accept the award for the passionate pediatricians, nurse practitioners, medical assistants, nurses, our front desk staff, our call center, our billing staff, and our care coordinators. Our care coordinators, they're the main component that makes this work. And we have a very unique care coordinator system that each one of us is paired with a care coordinator. And we've, again, been doing this a long time, where no matter what that issue is that the child has that needs extra attention, the care coordinator for each one of our providers is there to help them navigate the system. We give that continuous, coordinated, accessible, high-quality care to the children and adolescents in Palm Beach County with compassion and honesty. That's our mission. We all live by that every day. The founders have come and gone, but we have continued the practice with the staff that we have today, and we hope to continue for another 40 years. We also want to recognize, however, the other primary care providers in the nation, really, and of course, pediatricians who are also focusing on comprehensive care. We are the boots on the ground. We are those boots on the ground. We are the front line. And as you recognized that, coming to your pediatrician or your family practitioner or your internal medicine doctor and first having those conversations is where you're most likely going to get that next level of care that you, your child, your family members need. And so, I'm also honoring those other primary care providers who believe in this comprehensive care and are committed to it as we are. Mental health is definitely a challenge. We've evolved with primary care to try to figure out the nuances of being able to make this work in our practice. And ultimately, what it really comes down to is it takes a village. It takes a village. And we have, embraced our village in our county, and we are the hub, and we've found our spokes. The spokes that are the subspecialists, the mental health providers in the community, one in particular nonprofit that we've integrated with, the Center for Child Counseling, the occupational therapist, speech therapist, physical therapist, ABA therapy, the schools have mental health therapists in our county. And I work closely with them to make sure that we're able to continue these services. The teachers are trauma informed. We're teaching them how to recognize the issues that these children may be exhibiting in their classroom, because who else knows the kids better than the parents, the pediatricians, of course, the teachers. The teachers have your children every day. They see what your children are going through. They live it. They're in the school themselves. They know what those stressors are. So together, we are that village. So I encourage everyone to recognize your village, embrace your village, get more spokes on your hub. You know, make that system work. That's what we've done. That's how we've become successful. The last thing I'll say is access to care. Access to care. Well, how are we going to ensure that access to care? Be paid. We need to be paid. And pediatricians, you know, we're nice, we're big hearts, we love everybody. You know, talking about money is like, oh no, we don't want to talk about money. No, 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 we don't do that. No, we need to. This takes a lot of time and energy and resources, staffing, hours, minutes, hours, minutes, hours, all day long, right? We need to be paid for this. Yes, we know there are new codes coming. Are they going to pay the codes? That's the question. And so that is what we continue every day to fight for. Our practice administrator and I just yesterday had a rather heated conversation because when they try to go low, we will continue to go high. We will continue to go high and demand what we need to make this system continue to work in our community. And there's no stopping us at this point. So our hope is that we are creating a model that now we can pilot and expand. So please, anybody that wants more information, I'm happy to talk about it. As you can see, I have a lot of passion about this, but ultimately it is my team, Palm Beach Pediatrics, that has made this work. And so tonight, I honor them. Amazing job, Team Palm Beach Pediatrics. Thank you, everybody.